Hello, 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 hello. Sorry. That's a very, very strange intro into this podcast, whatever the hell it is we're doing. But I am here. I don't know how bright that looks, but let's get this camera on. Boom! We've got a camera, and the monitor's like 10 seconds behind me, so it's a bit weird, but we're here none the same. My name's Steve, and as you can see by the name down there, this is the COVID cast. A name which, quite frankly, I would like to change. Now, a quick warning here. For some reason, I think my computer's got fucking coronavirus because things are just not working. For some reason. Now, this is the icing on the cake of technical issues. Where the hell have they gone? My headphones are not working today, so I've got no idea what I sound like, or even if you can hear me. I know you can hear me because I can see on my screen that you can see my voice. Now, that's good. That means I'm not, I keep doing that. No. Now, that's a good start. That means that we have something happening. So, what we can do is, we can work with this. I can work with this. I can work with this. Now, day one of lockdown. I've maybe gone a bit crazy already because, frankly, I've been paying attention to coronavirus since it's been in China, and it's been slowly making its way across the world to us here in the UK. We should have shut the borders 3 weeks ago. We should have been locked down a week and a half ago. But that said, it's what's done is now done. So that's cool. It's done, and we have now went into lockdown. Last night, 8:30 p.m. lockdown started. So I'm going to try and put some music on. So don't hate me, please. Don't hate me. Like, there we go. We get some background music on. I don't know if there's like, I don't know where I can even see the chat room for this thing. So if anyone like in the chat, if there is even a chat, please tell me if the volume's too loud or whatever, because I don't know if I've even got a way to do this. Like, I've not used YouTube's live streaming setup in so long. It's like, welcome to the live chat, but there is no live chat. Oh, there is a live chat. So yeah, if anyone actually watches this, which hopefully I do, first step is to share it so more people see this, because I'm not just going to be talking shit. We've got some actual information that people need to hear. Secondly, please tell me what the sound sounds like. I mean, that said, I'll probably go and I'll watch this back in its entirety in an hour's time. But regardless, if you're in the chat just now, please tell me what it sounds like, because I have got no fucking clue. Right, so we've done the intros. My name's Stevie, ABZ Media. I did have the website worldoftrash.co.uk, but quite frankly, it was a good name while I was a DJ of hardcore techno, but it's a shit name for anyone that wants to stream things and current affairs. So I'm just going with ABZ Media. The World of Trash days is, I mean, it will always be a part of my soul. The World of Trash. It was the world that I created, but it's gone. And we're here today because we're in luck. I need to stop hitting the desk because the microphone's there. I do apologise. So, first on the agenda today, let us talk about the UK lockdown that we have all been placed in, and we all need to know kind of what's happening with this UK lockdown, because if we don't know what's happening, then we're going to get arrested, we're going to get fined, and we're going to get ourselves in a lot of trouble. So, what are the rules? Now, to be frank, the rules are, there's no really any rules yet because nothing's been set in law yet. So, it's all kind of guidelines at the moment. There's guidelines for this UK lockdown. Now, the most important facts that we all need to know are this. You are not allowed to meet in groups of more than 2 people outdoors, unless you're with people from your own household or family, direct family that you stay with, not family that stay in another house. So that's cool. No more than 2 people. So basically, no meeting in groups. If the police see a group of people, they will break it up and tell people forcefully, get the fuck home. What are you doing? Which is fair enough, because we need to stop people congregating in groups. Although the stopping people meeting in groups of 2, it does nothing to stop people going to supermarkets. It does nothing to stop supermarket queues. Now, In Aberdeen, because that's obviously where I stay. I went to the same local Sainsbury's yesterday. Now, surprisingly, the Sainsbury's in Aberdeen was stacked with stuff. A big pallet of toilet paper, everything. There was enough for everyone. And it wasn't that busy, which was kind of cool. But if you go to the Asda, things are a different story. The company I was working for before this all broke down, they are on site. They basically are bouncers and event stewards. I can't do event stewarding now because there's no events. But the bouncers, the SIAs that work for that company, and they're now working at Asda, and they will be working at Lidl's because there's so much people there. Now, I mean, that in itself raises questions because Shosek aren't giving their workers, like the people are just walking around with their Shosek yellow jackets on. They're not wearing face masks. They're not being given bottles of sanitizer or nothing like that. All they're getting is a minimum wage and told, hey, stop people fighting for toilet paper. Which is kind of bizarre when you think about it, because no one's had any protections. And this is kind of why I'm glad that the event side of the businesses got shut down by government, because there was no protection for people in events either. No protection for the customers. Customers at events weren't being told how to protect themselves from other people, and the staff weren't being told to protect themselves and how to protect other people. But the only guidelines staff were getting were, look, remember, wash your hands. There was no wear a mask, no stay home. But of course, I mean, if you work for a company like that, if you miss 2 shifts, you're gone. So if you're ill, the second time you're ill, you can't be ill or you're not getting paid. You're getting sacked. So that whole culture kind of work really screws up what's happening. But I digress because I went off a bit there. We've got to meet in less than 2 people. Keep your distance. Everyone's being told to keep 2 meters away from everyone else, unless it's someone you stay with. That's cool. That's a really good thing. So, I mean, that's fair enough. Stay apart from people. Wash your hands. Make sure you wash your hands a lot. Just it helps. Now, the contentious issues that's coming out from the UK lockdown are on exercise, because people are worrying and wondering what the hell does that mean for them, especially dog walkers, because yeah, again, I'm a dog walker. I've got a dog, little Mona the dog. She'll probably skit into the picture at some point and I'll have to tell her to go away. Dogs are cool at that. But yeah, this is the biggest problem. So Boris Johnson yesterday said that it is fine for people to go out and exercise. So it is cool for you to go out for a jog, for a run, which is kind of funny because I've been going for a run for the last 4 weeks now, out at night time when there's no one going about. Last night, it was kind of funny because there's a lot of police everywhere. There are a lot more police everywhere last night. And because of what Boris Johnson said, that if you're out running, if you're outside, you should be going for an exercise or a jog. Every time I seen the police, I started running. Which is bizarre because it wasn't until I got home that I realised that, wait a minute, a week ago, if the police seen me, like, if I was walking down the street and I seen a police car and started running, remembering that the police car would have seen me seeing them and running, they would have been after me like a shot. But now it's like, we've basically been told by the Prime Minister that if you're outside, you have to be getting exercise. So, if you see the police now, you can pretty much run away. And it's kind of normal, which I don't actually, well, I'm going to say this now, right? Don't do what I say or do. Just go with the guidelines, because I'm an idiot sometimes. But on the exercise, like, the exercise bit kind of goes into the whole dog walking section. Now, the dog walking section and what happens with walking your dog in this period of time is probably the most important question, because there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dogs, maybe millions of dogs in the UK, and they all need to pee and poop. Dogs need to shit. Dogs need to pee more than they shit. So they need to get their exercise. And of course, if you've got, I mean, I've got a staffy. Thankfully, I've got the laziest, most lethargic staffy on the planet. So it's not that big an issue. But even then, if she doesn't have her daily run about with her ball, she will start to get a bit restless and annoying. Now, I've had other staffies. I know that staffies in general need their exercise. Collie dogs as well. If you don't exercise collie dogs and give them the right stimulation, they start to go a bit loopy. This is when it gets a problem. So, and dogs need out. Now, people are panicking. So it's like, well, how the hell am I going to get my dog out? So, here's my advice to dog walkers, right? Like, first of all, dogs are not people. So if you're out the house with your dog, you're still out the house with less than 2 people. Awesome. Right, now, let's think about exercise. We have been told we are allowed to go out for exercise, right? Now, that can be a good brisk walk, because not everyone can run. Jogging and running, like I said, I only started jogging and running outside a couple of weeks ago, and it is so much harder than you think. Like, so much harder. There's some days where I'm like, I get to like 2.5 miles and I'm like, I can't lift my legs off the ground. I'm like, what's happening? So, look, running's hard, so you don't need to run. You can walk, brisk, whatever. Now, here's the kicker. If you're exercising and you're walking your dog, you're exercising. So here's what I'm gonna do, right? And this is what I think is, with a bit of common sense, this seems to make the most sense. I will be letting my dog out in the garden most of the times during the day. Not ideal, but it's okay. Now, if you don't have a garden, you'll have a car park, you'll have something. Like, because if you stay in a house that doesn't have a garden, you will have a car park or something, which you will be able to go and walk about in. Just keep your distance from people. So what I would say is take your dog out to the little bit when it needs a toilet a couple of times through the day. And then once a day, when you go for your exercise, remembering that they've got no idea to know how many times you've been exercising. But if you go out with your exercise, that was actually, ignore that little winky bit. That was probably quite irresponsible. But that said, take your dog out when you're going exercising. Now, if you've got a dog like mine who's super lethargic and can run for maybe 200 meters before looking at you and saying, "Oh no, I dog, I not run," then so be it. Just do what you can. Maybe do a little bit of exercise with your dog, take the dog home, then finish your exercise. I mean, there's nothing in the rules that say you can have a break in your exercise. It could be that you do 2 circuits in your exercise. Maybe the first circuit you go with your dog, second circuit you go on your own. There is ways around this, is what I'm getting at, is there is ways around this, and there's ways around the wording of what's being said. Dogs, cats, hey, even if you want to go and walk your horse, they are not people. As long as you keep your distance and you're exercising and you're not just walking about and dicking about in public for the sake of it, and you're walking with a mission to do something and you're keeping away from people, there shouldn't be a problem. But for the most, and this is just common sense, right? I find it baffling that in 2020, well, I mean, it's not kind of baffling because none of us have ever lived through this, but it's a fucking global pandemic. Like, there's a disease going about that can jump from people to people. Like, every one person that catches it, 2 people can catch it from them. It's quite scary because people are dying from this. People are getting really sick. So just don't go out. Like, I understand we've got to go to the shops, we've got to exercise. So let's do what the government have advised. It's not often you'll hear me advocating for a government advice, but let's take our exercise. Let's use our heads. Exercise our dogs when we're exercising our people. And let's just get through it. And of course, you've got me here. I'm going to do streams every day. Or I'm going to do streams most days where I can get a time to do the stream and not annoy the missus. Because I really don't want to do that. Everyone, we need to keep our sanity for us and for everyone else. And we've got to remember that it's not just us. It's not just you and it's not just me. Everyone's in this together. Absolutely everyone. So that was under lockdown. Get that off the list. Lockdown has been talked about. Now, what will I do now? I think next up, I think we need to look at the updates, the updated figures. But let's do a bit of housekeeping, as we say. If you're watching this, please share this out to everyone that you can share it to, because the more people that are watching this, the better. I will do my best to bring anyone watching this the current information as it happens. Yes, I want to talk shit. I want to make people smile. I want to make people forget the shit that's going on. But I also want to bring you the facts. This is a very serious situation, and I'm not normally that serious a person, but I really do think that if I can bring people the information, then I'm doing my bit. Because at the moment, I feel like I really can't do nothing. I'm locked in with the rest of you. So, yeah. So what I'll do is, before we take a little, I would say commercial break. I don't have commercials, but we can take a little musical interlude so I can shill the shit out of this stream on Twitter or whatever, is let's go through the updates, the numbers. So, first up, I get my numbers. So this is the update for the UK's coronavirus statistics as they are. So this will be as of yesterday evening because they get printed roundabout after. They get printed roundabout now every day. But what I've been noticing is they print it round about dinner time, but then later on in the day they'll be updated with even more on it. So, as it stands just now, the UK's coronavirus statistics are this. We have 6,650 people who are currently ill. So, this is from everyone that the government is testing. Now, what we have to remember is that it is hard for us. Like, we can trust the death number because you can't rig the number of people who have died. That's a fact. Once you've died, you're on record as how you died, and that can't be messed with. So, but the number of people who are actually ill is a number that we have to seriously question because we know that government are just not testing people. They're not testing people that work in hospitals. They're not testing anyone, it seems. They're testing as few people as they can. Don't rub your eyes, people. I know. So we've got to take that, how many people are ill figure with a pinch of salt. But from that 6,650 people are currently ill in the UK with COVID-19. Sadly, the number of dead in the UK has jumped to 335 people. So I believe there was a jump of around 50 people from yesterday's number, which was consistent with the day before. Thankfully, that number hadn't jumped up alarmingly, but we need to wait and see what the number is today to see how much of a jump we're getting. The last jump was around 40, 50 people per day. So if it stays around that, then things are happening that is stopping people dying. But I mean, if that number starts going up to like 60, 70, 80, 100 people a day, then yeah, that is a really bad sign. And the good news from everyone, the good number is that 135 people that we know of have recovered from coronavirus. Now, obviously, again, because we're not testing people, we're telling people to just self-isolate if they've got symptoms. We have no idea how many people have actually recovered. And as of now, an important and scary fact is we have no idea of knowing how many people of the people who have recovered that we don't know about might catch it again, because as of now, we don't know if the antibody thing actually works, and there is reports that people have caught it again from Japan. So that is the current COVID-19 coronavirus statistic numbers. They're not great, but they're not that bad yet. Let's hope that they what we need to see in this, we need to see a pause. Not a pause, but we need to see them just stay. If the numbers of people getting ill, the number of people dying stays at around the same amount of people per day, that is a sign that government has actually got on top of this problem. But if those numbers just keep going up and up and up like we've been seeing, then yeah, that is not a good sign. So I'm going to take a quick break because I need to get a drink. We don't have commercials yet, so listen to some music. Hey, back in a sec. And we are back. Where's my camera? Here we go. There's my camera. Just checking up on stuff. Sip of water for the working man. Thankfully, I managed to get some before the shops run out, because to be honest, if I didn't get my sparkling water, and this is probably my favourite one at the moment other than Marky's Orange, if I didn't have this, I would probably wither and die, because that is my crux. I need that shit to live. I need it. So anyway, thanks for everyone that's tuning in, by the way. It is much appreciated. This is the first full sort of show I've done like this. I mean, I done one last week when when Tim Martin was trending last week. And when I managed to get viral again by throwing salt at Tim Martin, which is kind of funny, because it turns out that the only times I seem to go viral is when I am being angry, when I am swearing, and when it's directed at someone famous. Which makes me look insane, which makes me look inward, because that's not what I want to be known for. I'm not the shouty angry guy, am I? Am I? Fucking what? Anyway, I need to start hitting the desk. I do apologise. As I said on the old Twitter machine, I don't know who invented the term Twitter machine. It's actually quite shit, but I'm going to use it. As I said on the Twitter machine just then, the next topic for today: Mike Ashley or Tim Martin? Which one of them is the biggest bellend? In terms of COVID-19, that is. So, as you all know, last night the UK was put into lockdown. We're all locked down, and the only people that are allowed to go to their work, and of course, should I say, shops were closed. All non-essential shops were closed yesterday. So obviously a sports shop is non-essential, because you don't need trainers or sports shirts and all that stuff to live. Common sense. So who piped up this morning but Mike Ashley, Sports Direct's owner? And I don't know if he's still the owner of Newcastle or if he fucked that up. I can't remember, but he is still the owner of Sports Direct. I believe he bought House of Frasers and a few other stuff. And last night, his response, I don't know if it was last night or this morning, overnight, Mike Ashley's response to the closure of UK stores to stop people catching a deadly virus and to stop them spreading it, was for him to tell his workers that, aye lads, lasses, we're key workers, you know. If people don't have their trainers, they may fall down and die. How are people supposed to run without trainers? Sorry, Mike, but you're talking pish. You're talking utter pish. So, that was what Mike Ashley done. He thought that he thinks his business he thinks he is above government, which is a big problem with businesses at the moment, because they think they're above government. They think, because we've had, now it's a little side tangent here, but the last 10 years of Tory government and the last 10 years of Tories looking after the workplace, allowing people to run rampant with things like gig economy, making people that want to do a normal job, make them be self-employed to do a normal shit like that. This is all the fault of the Tories. And this behaviour and this erosion of workplace rights and the erosion of the ability to have a solid paid job with solid hours is the fault of the Tories. And it is this culture which people like Tim Martin and Mike Ashley have benefited on. Mike Ashley especially, because he's known for paying people, working people really hard and underpaying them. So yeah, I would say that Mike Ashley's response to instantly tell his staff that, hey, we're key, we're bigger, we know better than government, we can do what we want. I don't care if you all get ill, I don't care if you all catch this virus that can kill your parents or grandparents or even your kids. Go to work, because people need trainers. The fact is, people don't need trainers. They're getting sent to work because Mike Ashley wants money. Mike Ashley is scared of losing money. Mike Ashley, the one thing that I feel this has highlighted is how fragile businesses are in the UK. Like Tim Martin, for instance. Tim Martin's portrayed in media like this rock solid businessman, like this man that's just got the best pub chain in Britain. But then we hear today that he's cut 40,000 jobs. He's telling the people whose jobs they've cut that they should go and work at Tesco's. Like, what the actual fuck? How is that fair? So of course, I mean, the top of this discussion here is which one of them is the biggest bellend. So, I mean, let's look at Tim Martin. Before the lockdown, over the weekend, Tim Martin went on record. I can't believe that the news channels actually gave him the platform to talk the shit he did. But they let Tim Martin on TV, and he just talked about how pubs should remain open. No one has ever caught COVID-19 in a pub. Which is bullshit straight away. That's bullshit. He's got no facts to prove what he said at all. So Tim Martin was like, nah, we're cool. Sending his thousands and thousands of people to work, regardless of what was happening. Then we've got Mike Ashley. Now, I think Tim Martin is the bellend. Tim Martin is the biggest bellend. Fact. Absolute fact. Mike Ashley at least only told his staff via a letter. Mike Ashley didn't go on Sky News and try and tell people that no one's caught COVID-19 in a shop. So, I think Mike Ashley's move last night was a bit of a dick move. Now, to Mike Ashley's credit, today he has rolled back on what he said. So, Mike Ashley is no longer opening his stores. He said that the stores should close now. He agrees with government. Tim Martin, on the other hand, he still is saying that no one's caught coronavirus in a pub. He has sacked 40,000 staff, and he has told those staff to fuck off and get a job in Tesco's or whatever. So yeah, Tim Martin, you are today's biggest COVID bellend. You can win the bottle of pop because, well, I've got nothing here, and I can't go out of the house to get a trophy because we're all locked in. So Tim Martin, you're a bellend and you can get the prize. If there was a way for us to go out and buy a prize and send you a prize, I would, but we're all locked down. What can I say? I mean, I was like, what can you actually say to that? We're locked in. So, I need to get my water. One moment. This is what happens when you make TV at home with no manager. I've got no producer. I really wish I had some help in producing television. A team would be so good. Even if it was a remote team, I feel it would be great. But for now, it's just me. I'm going to try and get some content to show on this as well, because surely there has to be some. So, last up today, the last topic today. Oh, sorry. I don't know if this has been made official yet. Breaking news. But the Olympics have been cancelled. Now, I read this about half an hour before I went on stream, and apparently it should be confirmed by this afternoon. The Japanese people, the Japanese team that are running the Olympics have cancelled it. Now, I actually think the cancelling of the Olympics is hilarious because it's like the heel dragging on the closure of on the postponement of the Olympics has just been classic Japanese state. It reminded me of Fukushima. Now, you might be thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? How does that remind you of Fukushima? Well, I don't know if you'll remember, but the Japanese state, I've got no idea what it is. I think it's some sort of cultural thing where they just prefer to keep everything to themselves as opposed to tell everyone the world is burning. Oh, and that's me.